quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They run again on first down. Martin. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Time running out here on the play clock. Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
His throw caught right around the 6. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Now it's Martin. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. One receiver to the left is Evans. 2nd down, Winston. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. Winston, he dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So a pressure spot here for Roberto Aguayo. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front. But then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the...
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. Now Cutler on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. 7 yards remain now on third down. On third down, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Winston to throw for it on fourth. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bucks are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Ayers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And quickly, they get to the line. On second down, Cutler. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll lead here to a third down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard. Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And Jeffrey's got it. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a fourth down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now it's Cutler. It's grabbed over the middle by White. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jeremy Langford, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Martin. And he'll bring this one inside. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. 3rd down now following the run. Winston gives to the tailback Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now Winston on 4th down. He's got Evans. Give him 6 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you were able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They're looking to throw them, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to speed things up here. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 man on the backfield. That's Martin. Winston. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And, you know, winning is good for all the obvious reasons. But if for nothing else, it makes tomorrow's film session a little more palatable, doesn't it?
Oh, indeed it does. Sometimes it helps you in the grading because the coaches will look at it, and if it's a borderline play for you, if you won the game, you might get a plus in your column instead of a minus.